Hi guys. Okay, so it's Sarah. I just wanted to say that this video is going to get a little bit boring, so I'm adding in some memes here and there to make you guys laugh. So, yeah, enjoy.
Yo dudes, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah. Bro, you have to do this thing. Yeah, I do that. That's what I do.
Oh, it's Sarah.
Yeah, okay.
So basically,
This is going to be a story time.
I can't talk.
In 3rd grade, when we did the variety show.
Which is basically a talent show if you don't know.
But there was no talent in there. No,
Yeah.
not at all. No.
So me and Sarah did basically like a comedy act where we told jokes and we looked like idiots because
Quite.
we didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, we narrowed it down, so we had like, I really wanted to do this thing with Tatiana. So we chose from a variety of different things, and comedy somehow was the one that we settled for. I don't know why that ended up happening.
And we had like a bunch of corny jokes, like
Why? Oh, wait.
it was something with a fish, and I
Yeah,
couldn't
fish
remember.
Smoking.
I don't remember.
Something about your lungs or something. Okay, but they were just super bad jokes.
Yeah, so basically before the variety show, it's in the high school, so I didn't really know what the high school, like the map, like how to get around in
Yeah,
it.
because keep in mind that we were still in 3rd grade, in grade school, while that was 2 other schools ahead of us, and we're like this big, so.
Yeah, so I didn't know how to get around. Did your brother go there, like, yeah or no?
Yeah, my oldest brother Tristan was going there, I believe.
But I had never been there, besides like once before for the variety show. This year, everybody was getting up, like walking around and like getting snacks. So I got up to get a snack, and I'm like, oh, why don't I just like run around, see what like everything is, like go in the cafeteria and everything.
Yeah, so I entered in the cafeteria with Tatiana at first, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go get a snack, I'll be back real quick. And she went to go get a snack, so I figured, okay, we're fine, we'll meet up like by the door or something. And then I come back to where we were supposed to meet up, because we set a place where like, oh yeah, meet up here, because we both know where that spot was. So I got there, she wasn't there.
And take it, we were supposed to be like in the back in like 5 minutes.
Like less than 5 minutes, so
Yeah.
that was rough.
Like preparing to go on, because there were like 4 acts before us, and like we're like, oh yeah, let's just go get a snack.
Yeah, like we'll be fine, it's fine, we're not gonna miss anything, it'll be quick. But then this,
Smarty.
decided to get lost. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened from there. All I know is that I can give my perspective in and out. So like go.
So I was like, okay, well this is kind of lit, like it's pretty big, It's a pretty big school, like I want to walk around and see what's there, maybe Sarah will find me. And I was like, oh, like let me see like where the bathroom is, because like the bathroom. So I go to see where the bathroom is, and I do not know where I am. So then I'm like, oh no, like I start panicking, like I'm literally about to cry, like literally. And then I find the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. So at this point, like we got separated, and me being like 3, I was running around being like, okay, where is she? Like she has to be somewhere. New adult was like, hey, like, what are you like 3-year-olds doing?
Yeah.
But with no parent around. So that was a bad on their part. Like, see a bunch of kids wandering around. Like, what are you gonna?
They should have had like chaperones in the halls because it was such a big thing, and there were like kindergartners there. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I got to the bathroom, and then I stay in there for like 10 minutes. Then Sarah's head like pops in, and like I finally she finally found me, And then she's like, we have to be like backstage like now, So I'm like, okay, like do you know where we're going? And she's like, no.
Yeah. So from the time I left the cafeteria, because I knew where that was. I was like by the entrance area. And I knew where the first bathroom was, but there were other bathrooms around. And I don't know why Tatiana didn't go to like the most recent one, like the one that's the closest. she decided to go to the one on the complete opposite end of the school.
When I was little, I had such terrible memory. Like, I couldn't remember, like,
You still don't have good memory.
I couldn't remember, like, if I said 2 before, like, 3, you know? So, that didn't make any sense.
No.
So I was like, where do I go? Is that the right place, you know? And then I'm like, oh yeah, Sarah will find me. You know, I was in the bathroom. I was confident. Once I made it to the bathroom, I was confident. I was like, nothing ain't gonna stop me. And then Sarah comes in and, yeah.
Yeah, so I come in and I'm like, okay, Tatiana, we legit have to go now because we don't even know where we are.
No.
Like, keep that in mind. So while we're trying to search and all that jazz, the show's going on. Like, and that's like, we have like 2 acts before our act.
And then we found, like, we ran into this janitor because, like, you know, they work after hours, like, not after hours, but, like, after school hours to, like, clean the place, you know? Like, pretty obvious. We find the janitor, and I have Sarah say it because, like, I was shy at this point. I was like, ugh. So I had Sarah, like, say, like, can you help us find where the auditorium is?
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, so we were going and we saw this guy, and I mean, we kind of assumed it was a janitor because, I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Or a custodian, sorry.
One of the, and what's it called? Yeah, so I was like, okay, excuse me, sir, do you know, like, where the auditorium is? And he was like, yeah, he directed us to, like, he only, like, said, oh, you know, like, go straight, then go right, or something like that. And we started going, like, you know, his instructions, but then we were like, at the time, we were quite stupid kids, so we didn't know our right from our left, so we went the complete opposite way he told us to go, so we just got more lost.
And, like, he wasn't, like, telling us, like, if it was, he didn't tell us if he was leading us to the back, like, where the backstage is, where you, like, right before you go on, or, like, if he was leading us to the actual auditorium. So, like, we didn't know. So, like...
So, like, yeah. So, we ended up, what's it called? We ended up, like, getting lost. So...
Like, we were already
lost,
and then we got even more
lost.
lost. So, yeah, that was kind of rough. And then
now it's, like, one more act. You can hear the announcer, wherever he is. And we're like, oh, shoot. Like, but we knew he was kind of close because you can hear the thing, like...
And, like, we already had the thing from the day before, like, the run-through or whatever. So, like, we knew, like, we were next because we knew what number act we were. And, like, we heard what number he said. And we're like, oh. But if we heard the announcer, we knew that we were, like, close to it. So, we enter this random hallway, and it's actually the backstage. And then we find the person who's, like, coordinating it or whatever.
Yeah, and the guy was, and the lady was like, where were you girls? Like,
Yeah.
come on, like, it's starting now. You better get all your stuff ready. You better have the paper and everything. Because we worked on our awful jokes.
Like, we couldn't even memorize them.
No, we couldn't. I was like, okay, I'm going to memorize this half. Tatiana can memorize this half. And then Tatiana was like, oh, yeah, I did not memorize any of that. I was like, okay, well, it's fine. I'll just read from my paper.
And then, got this terrible photo taken of us the day before that we are now going to show you. And please do not screenshot. I just gave them ideas. And yeah.
Yeah, so we got on stage. You know, it's just a normal act and stuff.
And I'm, like, kind of sped and I don't really know how to read.
Yeah. So Tatiana was, like, stuttering. I got nervous. And no one was laughing at our jokes.
Nobody was laughing at our jokes.
Except for, like, you know, our family. But
Yeah,
even then, our family was like, you know.
It was, like, scary, though. Like, we were 2 years old.
Well, no, we were, like, 10. No, not 10. We
9.
were, like, 9, 8.
Still close enough to 2. And yeah. And
Well-
yeah, that was our, lit story time.
So I hope...
So if you...
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, remember to crush the like button.
Crush it.
Crush it. What did I just say? Oh yeah, hit the subscribe button for more story times if you guys like them. They're kind of bad.
And
but
see
it's fun.
if you saw Peppa in this video.
Alright.
Okay, my stuff and her stuff will be linked below.
Alright.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye. I know this is bad.
This was
Bye.
terrible. Okay. Now we edit.